Welcome back to Project 613. Today we are going to learn 3 mitzvot, continuing on the subject of the sacrificial offerings. We learned previously about which types of animals may or may not be brought as offerings. And now we start learning about various categories of offerings themselves. The first category of offering is known as a korban olah. Olah literally means it goes up. This is known as the burnt offering. It's an offering that was totally burnt on the altar, and that means after it was slaughtered. Of course, it wasn't burnt alive, but after the shechita, following the slaughter of the animal in its entirety was consumed on the altar, and this is why it's called an olah. It totally is consumed on the altar, and the mitzvah is to follow the exact procedure that the Torah lays out for this type of offering, including which type of animal could be brought, which age, who is allowed to bring it, where it should be shechted, and so on. The verse says, Adam ki yakriv mikem karban laHashem, when a person wishes to bring a sacrifice from amongst you to God. There is a general lesson that we learn from the sacrificial offerings in general, which helps shed light on the whole concept of animal offerings, and that is that the whole purpose of the animal offerings was really that the person should become more inspired and bring himself and the animal within closer to God. It's for this reason that the verse says, Adam ki yakriv, when a person wishes to become close, when a person wishes to be elevated, mikem, it should be from you, from the person himself. The person has to offer up himself. He has to let go of his own animal, the animal within, and to try and offer himself up to God, and thereby become more inspired and become more elevated in the process of bringing his sacrifice. The second mitzvah that we learn today is that whenever it comes to korban olah, it is forbidden to eat any of the meat of the olah. The verse says that you shall not eat in your gates any of the meat of the olah sacrifice, and included in this mitzvah is that it's forbidden to derive benefit from any animal that was sanctified and dedicated to the holy temple. The third mitzvah that we learn today is a second category of korbanot, of sacrifices, known as the korban chatas, the sin offering. This was an offering that was typically brought for inadvertent sin, and there are again various types. There is personal sin offerings, there are communal sin offerings, and the mitzvah is to follow the exact procedure and the detailed laws that the Torah lays out for this type of offering, again, where it needs to be shechted, where the slaughter needs to take place, who can bring it, at what age, and so on and so on. When it comes to the chatas offering, unlike the olah offering that was totally consumed on the altar, the chatas offering, parts of it were eaten by the kohanim, by the priests as well, and this is also part of this mitzvah, to follow the exact procedure of which parts of the animal would go on the altar and which parts would be eaten by the kohanim, by the priests. More on this topic tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.